Hello everyone, my name is Fabiana Martinez and my partner is Nicole Castañeda, and today we are going to talk about pederasty. Well, first we have to analyze some terms that are confused: pedophilia and pederasty. On one hand, we have pedophilia. Pedophilia is the sexual attraction to young people, like boys and girls. On the other hand, pederasty is a sexual attraction to young people, but in this case, the sexual act is performed. It's a criminal practice that has serious repercussions on a psychological, social, and sexual development of the victim. As a general rule, all the pederasts are pedophiles, but not all pedophiles are pederasts.
Pederasty has become popular due to cases that have been known in the church by bishops and priests. Some of these cases have not been taken into account for one reason or another, leaving them aside.
There are many news about this topic. For example, in the newspaper El Tiempo, here it talks about the cases of pederasty that are being revealed in Colombia. The best known case in Colombia is that of Juliana Andrea Zamboni, who was kidnapped, tortured, abused, and murdered by Rafael Uribe Noguera. Unlike this, there are many more cases, but the most controversial lately are those involving the church. Are about 100 reported cases in relation to the church. It is claimed that there are already 53 documented cases and at least another 80 in the preliminary stages of investigation, with victims who are now in their 40s and 50s, without taking into account the other cases which have not been exposed.
For example, in Poland on May 16, a documentary was published on the pedophile acts in the Catholic Church, covered up by a local bishop. This was so controversial because that day was the commemorative birth of the Pope Paul II. For that reason, the Archbishop Wojciech Polak asked the Holy See to open proceedings to all the cases mentioned. In 2018, the journalist Juan Pablo Barrientos published his book Let the Children Come to Me, based on a clue that appeared in the credits of the movie Spotlight. He never expected to reach the Archdiocese of Medellin, where he found a lot of complaints against priests. He decided to investigate and talk about it in his book.
In the text, you can see cases which have now reached a court science. There are some laws that protect the church in a certain way to prevent these cases from being known, and often allowing priests or bishops to continue in their normal functions. In addition, another aspect is the silence of the victims by the threats of the pederast. Another news that has caused controversy is where a priest in the United States says that the pedophilia doesn't kill anyone, abortion does it. Although we know that pedophilia doesn't kill, it is also a disorder by which pederasty or homicide could be reached.
Another news that has caused controversy in the world was the group MAP, which means Minor Attracted Person. MAP advocates say that they are not promoters of child abuse or pederasty. They say that the movement goal is to allow relationships between a child and an adult, because a child is too old to love and an adult is responsible for maintaining that relationship. Pedophiles are just child abusers and they are not child abusers, said one of the most important promoters of MAP Latin America. At the same time, they published a flag with pastel colors, asking for the support of the LGBT community. explaining that both movements follow the saying love is love, and that having a relationship with a minor could also be considered as a sexual orientation. Promoters of LGBT community, feminism and anti-racist movement denied their support for MAPS, saying that MAPS goals are so far from theirs. It is important to mention that pederasty inside and outside the church have to be punishment because it's a horrible crime, but also there is not an exact figure of how many cases there are. For example, in the church, priests and bishops earn the trust of the whole family, even children. They commit the crime, they threaten the victims, which prevents the case from being known and leaving the abuser free. All the faithfuls ignore that or deny it. In other cases, as my classmate mentioned, they go as far as kidnapping or murder so as not to leave loose wins. Others win the affection and love of all those minors, alleging that they are in a relationship, regardless all the attention and all the opinion of parents, family and friends of both parts that only seek the safety of the minor.